Alright, so bit of a different kind of video today. So recently I've been playing a few Milsims here in the UK and I've kind of adapted my gear, what I've been using for it. So rather than running a plate carrier, I've been doing some chest rigs, kind of low kind of weight load bearing rigs, if you want to call it that. But yeah, I thought I'd just make a video basically going over, kind of have an autistic rant about what I'm using and where it went right and where it went wrong. Because some of the stuff I was using, it was my first time using it, and it was okay, but I kind of like to give other people pointers. Maybe you can learn from me or whatever. But yeah, it is absolutely fucking freezing in this house right now. It is currently the middle of December, so I am freezing my tits off. So excuse me if I have a trembly voice, but I am shivering right now. Oh my god. The most recent game I was at was a Sterling Airsoft event. So Sterling Airsoft is don't really use the word Milsim apparently. It's more just like it is essentially a Milsim game. They have a yearly event called Scotland versus England, where, clues in the name, Scotland versus England. It's really fun. It's kind of a 2-day event, or like a day and a half event. So you start on the Saturday about 11 o'clock, you pretty much go all day until 11 o'clock at night. And then the next again day is from about 7:30 until about 11. So I'll go over the guns that I was kind of using first, and basically just go from there. So the first one that I was using for most of the day was my Car 15. My quote unquote modernized Car 15. So this is a classic army Car 15. It is the XM177E2 because of the older non-brass deflector here. I pretty much upgraded it fully internally with SHS parts, and it was shooting roughly about 370 on the dot with 0.2, so I was using 0.28s for the day. But nothing really special in this, it's just a copy aim point, a grip that I salvaged from somewhere, the Engal, which the laser works on it and the flashlight, but the IR doesn't work, so that was fun. Replica Surefire 660 and an Ops Core kind of suppressor. So I had this custom made. So it's literally just it's an FMA suppressor, which has like dual sided threads. But I got an Anvil Airsoft TV, if you know him. He 3D printed me a part for this and the collar as well. I've just literally, it's got I don't know if you can see it, an A2 flash hider in here, which basically slips into this. And then you tighten it on because the barrel on this is only about yay length after the front sight post. So basically you just screw this on, sits in nicely with the collar, and then you just slip it on. Nice and easy. And you can put like, it's good because you can also put like the suppressor, not the suppressors, the traces and stuff in here. So I usually, in this, have a Smoky Wolf kind of tracer, which is really cool. So it just makes it more realistic in a way. But yeah, so I use this pretty much for most of the day, and then it decided to shit the bed and stop working. Don't know what's wrong with it. It's working completely fine, but yeah, it stopped working. I think maybe one of the ball bearings is busted in or something, fuck knows. But yeah, also lumen count on this is absolutely shit. It's slightly better than the real one. It's not got the xenon bulb thing in it, so it's slightly brighter. I think it's a little bit 380 lumens, but still, it is not very bright at all. So when this shit the bed, I switched to my MCX, and my MCX shit the bed as well. This is at night as well, so this is like maybe, what, 4, 5 o'clock at night. It's pitch black outside because in the UK in winter, it gets dark at about 4 o'clock. So I was using my MCX for maybe about 30 minutes. The motor decided to basically fall from the pistol grip, and it was just basically stripping all the gears inside. So that's fucked, and it still needs to be fixed. This one still needs to be fixed, so yeah. So I couldn't fix that. Luckily I brought a third gun, the Scar here. So this is an NGRS. I quickly had to do a really janky fix because the The fuse blew in it, so this is literally just the two fuse connectors connected together. It's not great, I know, but it did for the time being. Then literally adapter from Tamiya to Dean's. But yeah, it's a quick fix. I need to literally go back and fix it. But for the now, it's gonna have to do because I do not have the time nor the resources to fix it. But yeah, using this at night with MVGs, it was pretty fucking difficult, not gonna lie. I kind of only really brought this as a backup thinking that my other two wouldn't break, but you know, always prepare for the worst, and the worst did happen, and I was kind of shit out of luck. So luckily, the gun's pretty accurate, and it was fine. I did have a can on here in the end. It was just a Surefire. Can't remember what it is, can't remember. But yeah, that decided to basically start hitting the BBs at the end, so I had to take it off and just use this, and then I had the flash on here, which does have an IR cover, which did help quite a bit, especially with the night vision, and I could just switch it to white light if I wanted to. But yeah, that's pretty much the guns in here. Nothing is done internally to this, it's all running pretty much stock. So yeah. Next, let's go over the rig. So, I kind of started this rig out, was meant to be for basically a pistol caliber carbine that I have, Marksman PCC. So I had a Mark V placard on here, with the phone case was just stuck on here. It was good for very low, how do you say, low profile kind of rig. It was light, but I needed more space basically, and the Mark V is okay, but not the biggest fan of it, to be honest. Still got it in there somewhere, but yeah, it's not for me. So let's go over basically what it is. So it starts out with the Thing 2, I think it is, or the Thing. I can't exactly remember what it's called, but it's basically a placard thing in here with two kind of Tigris bits on the side. This is a copy, by the way, just if you want to know. I don't really run that many Ryosu things. I kind of like to keep it within a budget. So that's the Thing 2. I think it's the Thing 2, I can't really remember. But yeah, I've got a spud pouch on the side here, which you can put 2 mags in here if I wanted to. I had some pyro in here. That's only really mainly what I used it for. But that just sits on the side there. Yeah, I know it's Motocan Black, shut up. And then just a kind of basic admin pouch. And in here, I just had my BBs and a speed loader. And I just loaded when I needed to. It's completely fine. I also had some just snacks and stuff in here. So I think we had like sausages and shit like that in there. But yeah, pretty much you can put whatever you want. Whatever you want in here. If you wanted to put your NVGs in here, you could. However, we're not really running about for example, like at Milsim West, you're not running about for 40 hours. You don't have to have everything on you. So there's no real need to put them here. I just had them back in the room. And then when I needed to put them on, I went and put them on. So moving over to the front placard. Not actually too sure what this is. I know it's based off something, but can't remember what. But it's a 3-way pouch for the scars. And when I was running M4s, I had it double magged in here. So it can take double mags. See in here. It's definitely enough room for 2 magazines in here. Absolutely no issue at all fitting that in there. But yeah, so start of the day until about 4 o'clock, from 11 till 4. And the first day I was running just M4, 2, 4, 6, 1 in the gun, 1 in my belt. What was that? 2, 4, 6, 8, and then 1 in the front here as well. So 8 mags in total, or 9, I guess. It's not too bad. Gives you enough firepower. I have about 130 rounds in each of the M4 mags. These ones, the NGRS ones, are over 90 rounds, which is not a lot, but it's still fine for what you're getting out of it. You can still, go to this pouch, grab the speed loader out, reload, easy enough. In the front pouches, like I just said there, I had an EPM. I think it's an EPM 1 mag, I think. I don't know, this one's actually still loaded. I should empty this, but yeah. So I had one in here, just as like a very last kind of magazine if I needed to use it. Then in the middle, I had some lighters. I was using the Mark V kind of strike pyro, and sometimes the strikers will actually come off of it, so I just had one there for just in case I needed to light it. I also had Werther's Originals in here. If you don't know what Werther's Originals are, they're like little, kind of like toffee sweets. They were really good. That was an absolute lifesaver for the day. Then in this one, I had a power bank, which was fantastically placed. So literally just a little cable, plug it in, put it in this way, turn it on, and then it could run up to the phone case here without actually getting in the way of any of the mags, which was really nice. So, leading up to the phone case then, phone case was just a very basic kind of copy one that I bought when I was last in Hong Kong. It cost me pennies, literally just stick your phone in there, secure it in, easy and fine. I kind of MacGyvered a little, I don't know if I want to take this off in case it breaks. But yeah, this is like just a clear protector. It was for the GoPro, but I just stole off of it and put it on here. So that sits in there nicely. You can also, you know, put the phone in there. The lenses on the phone will be safe, nice and easy peasy. And if I want to for other games, I can record with my phone and have kind of like a body cam. I took some footage of me running around the house, maybe I'll put that up, it's quite cool. But yeah, that's pretty much the phone. Dump pouch, not dump pouch, fuck, what do you call this again? Dangler was just some sort of basic one that I got years ago. It's big enough, it holds tons of stuff. In this one, I was carrying the bulk of my pyro. So I had all my Mark Vs in here, which was plenty of room. I had at least, I want to say at least I had 10 to 15 in here, which were just holding in absolutely fine. And when I needed to, just reached in, grabbed it out, striked it was good to go. I did try something new up here. So I bought striker pads off Amazon. Now, if it wasn't absolutely wet, windy and miserable, this probably would have worked a bit better, but basically when I'm taking the Mark Vs out and striking it, it would strike, it would light, but it was getting a bit wet, so it kind of just faded off, to be honest, and yeah. Not the greatest, but the idea was there, and it worked, but it didn't work at the same time. Next then, the back panel. This is a copy Haley flat pack. So literally, I kind of MacGyvered, not really MacGyvered, sorry, yeah, I did actually MacGyver. I kind of MacGyvered the radio antenna on here, so it's literally just attached to the buckles at the sides. It's not going to go anywhere, it's in there fine. So you had that. Inside, I have got more patches. No. Hydration bladder, which just sat in here the whole time. It's 1.5 litre. Did me absolutely fine for the whole day. I pretty much finished it by 10 o'clock at night and didn't really need to go for any more water. So that was fine. Yeah. Next then, we did have some locks. Sadly, I never got to use them. But in some of the buildings, there was locks on the doors and you had to cut them open. So in this one, we had bolt cutters. Some nice kind of easy access pouch in there. So just stuck them there for ease of use. These are just some cheap ones that I got off Amazon. Nice and easy. Back in there. Use it, done. In the front, I think it was this one. Ah, look, see? Striker patches for the pyro. They always come off. There's a bunch in here actually. Yep, and then my aim point. The cap for the Car 15 aim point scope. I got fucked. Nice. So that was just pyro in the front there as well. And then, is there another pouch in here? It just makes it bigger, right? Yeah. So that was pretty much all that was in the front. Nothing too exciting to be honest. But yeah, just some like snacks and stuff was kept in here. And then, kind of on the side parts here, we have the radio pouch, which just held the radio in. I still need to figure out a way to do better cable management with this. It's not the greatest way to do it in. There's got to be a better way. Still kind of figuring it out. That was the one thing. The cables didn't get in the way, but it's not as pleasing to look at. And I kind of just wired it round through the clasps here. Just kept it in place, absolutely fine. Yeah, then I had my PTT running up to here. Had the Z Tactical contacts on, nice and easy. Worked absolutely fine. And then same as the pouch here, it's got like a back panel pouch. I just had an extra mag just sitting in here. It's for backup or back of the backup, whatever. But yeah, that is pretty much my rig there. Moving on, what else did I have on? I had a pair of my fake ass Cry trousers, and then I bought this as well, which is probably one of my best purchases of this year. This is a winter anorak, so I got it from Epic Militaria, so it's fleece lined. This thing is extremely warm when you first buy it. You have to give it at least like maybe one wash or wear it a couple of times if you don't want to overheat. So I was wearing this for the 2 days. It's pretty much completely waterproof to an extent. If you're in torrential rain, it's not going to be fantastic, but it's still going to work. Yeah, nice big pockets, big main pocket. It's really warm to wear. I had a long sleeve I had a thermal t-shirt on and a long sleeve t-shirt on underneath this, and I was absolutely roasting for the whole day, as well as having the heat packs as well. Nice wee Japanese ones, which are fantastic. These stay warm for about 12 hours, so that was me good for the whole day basically, which is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, this is about £50, 70 USD roughly. Fantastic purchase. Only thing is, this you kind of light up under night vision, quite white. That's the only downside, but I would rather be warm, to be quite honest. That's the only downside to this. I did have another kind of raid shirt that I got from Helicon Tech, and that's in woodland camo as well. Our uniform, or kind of uniform for the day for the team, was green trousers and woodland tops, so it's more easy to identify ourselves. And pretty much everyone in the team was wearing that, and it's just easier to identify people. But yeah, if you're looking for a kind of winter coat that's going to keep you warm, this is the absolute best thing. When I go out for walks, I just throw on a t-shirt under this, and I am pretty much warm. If you're going to do anything in really, really windy weather, this is probably not the best to wear, but for kind of nice cold winter days, not too much wind, this is perfect. But yeah, so apart from all the guns dying, well, 2 of the guns dying, we'll talk about the negative sides of this rig. So first kind of negative side is the kind of clasp coming loose. I've got to tape it down. As you can see, a couple of them have kind of come undone, which is fine. It's going to happen. It's kind of my own fault for not prepping that. This front pouch isn't really, well, it's a copy, but it doesn't really sit down that well. As you can see, it kind of flares out a little bit, so it probably could have done with some extra material on both sides, to be honest. It doesn't exactly fit the thing too as well. You kind of have to have it over to one side for it kind of all to fit on, kind of. Especially when you've got it on as well, your body starts to, I'm going to replicate this, push out a lot more. And especially when you bend down, you hear it go like this a few times, which is not really what you want, but it's not really going to give you away. It's just like a silent little bit, but it's completely fine. The other thing I kind of need to figure out what to do with is this spud pouch, what I'm going to put in it. I think if I do get more mags, I could put more mags in it, or I could put smoke in it or something, but it's kind of redundant right now because the pyros, the Mark 5s, they're really kind of like stick-like things, and they just kind of poke through, which is fine because it holds it in place and I can just kind of rip it, take it out and then use it. But I need to figure out something different to put in here. What's next? Phone. The phone case not much the phone case, more the phone. I've got a nothing phone 2A, and for some reason, even with all the glyphs turned off and pretty much on battery mode, I was still giving off some kind of IR flashlight when I was getting notifications. And not too sure you can turn off notifications. If I am wrong, please correct me. But yeah, I couldn't really, you know, turn it off. And then when I was walking into buildings, the guy's like, "Oh, your phone's flashing." I'm like, "What the fuck? What do you mean it's flashing? It's not. It's barely even on." But yeah, we were using ATAC. Or ITAC, depending on what fucking model you have. So this is an absolute lifesaver to just flick down and use it in the daytime. It's fine, you can see where everyone was. This cell service or connection service up there was a bit iffy, but it was okay. Most of the time you'll be able to see where all your team is, but you know, with ATAC and ITAC, it is always sketchy. Sometimes you have your phone on, you have it open, it's not showing where you are, and it's just a bit of a pain in the ass. And this is just basically strapped on through here. It works. Once it's on your chest, it kind of just sits there because the straps are, you know, on your body, and it just kind of sits there. You can move it up and down, height depending. So if you have it lower here, and then you want to take it out, you can move it higher up and have it there if you want to, but then it's gonna be like basically at your chin, so you can have it down and it just rests on there, which is fine. What else? The striker pads are the kind of main thing that kind of fucked up. It was a good idea. It kind of worked, but it also failed. I know you can get kind of I think it's like a molly clip or something that you can stick on, and you strike it and it's a lot harder, but I was kind of limited on time and I knew these things were going to break. So next day delivering Amazon, it was like next to nothing for like 2 A4 sheets. So I just bit the bullet and bought it. What else? Straps. The straps on this I fucking hate. They dig into you a bit. These are just the shitty straps it comes with. I know you can get covers or something, but I'm not too sure. I really want to change the straps to something else, but I can't find any kind of buckle clips that have kind of molly on the side here, so I can mount this again. If anyone does know of anywhere where I can get that, link it in the description, the comments, so I can go and buy it and then live with it basically. I guess comms pouch as well. That's the other thing I need to fix. It worked. I had a PTT cover. Well, not the PTT cover, but the cover that covers the activation button here. That broke. Very good, but yeah, I need some sort of better way to store radio that's not in this pouch. It does work, but it's just a little bit of a pain in the ass. And as well as another way to route the PTT cable going from here to the headphones. Because I was just literally taking the headphones, running it through here so the cable wouldn't stick out and not get caught anything. It worked, but yeah. And then also hydration bladder as well. This thing is fucking long. So whenever I was drinking, I had to kind of flip it up like this and suck, and then kind of stuff it back down under here, which isn't the greatest, but again, it works. But yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much everything on the rig. If you can think of anything else that can help me with this rig, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to take suggestions on what you guys would use and would work with. I also have the Pattern 83, the battle jacket, which I used. You know what, fuck it, I'll go get it. So yeah, the other rig I have is this. So it is Pattern 83, well, replica Pattern 83 in Ranger Green, which is good because it also goes with the colors. So again, this is probably a better kind of load bearing, you call it load bearing? Or a way to, a lightweight other than a plate carrier, because to be quite honest, I've got an FCPC, the Ferro one, and it's good if you're just going to play CQB all day, but when you're running around outside, you don't want the cumbersome kind of, not strangulation, but sitting on your torso the whole day. It's just uncomfortable. This is putting more weight on your hips rather than anywhere else. Again, with the other rig, it's kind of doing that as well, I guess. But still, this just got really heavy, and that's the one thing I'm gonna have to fix. The front placard is heavy, so I need to fix that for next time. Maybe just take some stuff out, maybe add some stuff on, or switch it about, move the stuff to the front and back. But yeah, it's just something you need to work on, right? I mean, you got to trial it, see if it works. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Yeah. But in my opinion, I've used this at other Milsim games, kind of day Milsim games, and this was just way better. Power 93 is just the best kind of load bearing equipment. Fight me on that in the comments, you'll probably win. But yeah, I kind of love it. I bought this in Hong Kong when I was there last. I paid literally about, what, less than £10 for this, so less than probably 15 USD. I don't even know who the fuck this is. It's SAS in action. I tried to find this company or other ones similar to it. I cannot find anything on it on the internet, or at least I've not kind of looked hard enough. But yeah, the thing with this rig is when you're trying to connect radios and stuff like that, you need to kind of wire it through the back parts here, which is fine, it's doable, but it's just a pain in the ass because unless I buy a separate antenna and just have it for this rig, it's kind of annoying. I mean, I can still put the radio, I can still, that's the thing again, you need to wire your radio to somewhere in here. You can either have it, you know, in this pouch in the front here, but then again, you're having to figure out how to wire, somehow manage to put the wires all the way through there where it's not going to become cumbersome, it's not going to get caught in anything. It's just a bit different. Now, you could just go for the kind of Spiritus rigs, you know, the cut ones, and you can put the different pouches on you want, but then again, if I'm trying to run cables and everything through it, I kind of want to be able to have it out of the way, which is kind of what I tried with the other rig, with that radio. Kind of worked, kind of didn't. But yeah, this one, I think it's slightly better. I just literally chuck my radio in here and just don't touch it. But when you lie on your back, if you need to, it's gonna go and crush it. So yeah, that's a thing. But other than that, this rig's really good. Have a hydration bladder in the back here. Can still probably put the, what do you call it? Bolt cutters in here as well. However, it's not gonna be that easy access. You probably could try and MacGyver some way, but I don't really kind of want to do that. This thing is already kind of falling apart as well, so I may just go buy a real one. But yeah, I kind of run this like a cross between a small chest rig, oh not a small chest rig, but a chest rig and a belt. This is basically my dump pouch. You know, I've got this pouch in here, which I'll use for BBs or snacks or whatever. Extra mag pouches in here as well, grenade pouches. You got these two pouches here, which you can use for rifles. However, I just put 2 smoke grenades in it, and that was more than fine. More mag pouches here, and then this one, I think I put just like BBs and snacks in it or whatever, just because it's kind of secured down, so it won't fall out. And then this one, cigarettes. Best cigarette pouch ever. Literally on my right hand side, easy enough, just cigarette packet fits in there perfectly with a lighter at the side, absolutely perfect. And also at the top here, you've got your 2 mag pouches here, fits 2 AR mags, can fit AK ones, kind of, for 1, but you don't want that. And then obviously your shoulder straps up here, which are a bit finicky. I think this one is quite old, so it's lost a bit of its add-ons here. I think there used to be something like this. There used to be a strap in here, and there was 2 elastic parts on each side, which was supposed to hold down, I think, these, but just over time they've just become overstretched, so I just snipped them off and basically taped it down. So yeah, it works. But yeah, that's pretty much my skitzo autistic rant over. If you like this kind of video and you want me to do other ones based on gear or guns that I have, please let me know. I'm more than happy to sit for, what is this now, almost 30 minutes and just talk shit about gear, which I know nothing about, kind of. I just like to talk. I like gear more than I like guns sometimes, but yeah. If you like this kind of video and you want to see more, please like and comment, and yeah, maybe I'll do another one in the future. Thanks for watching.